1977 Ford L9000 dump truck. All fab dump bodies, 18 foot. The dump bed itself is not in horrible condition. The bottom of it is beat up, like they've been hauling rough material, rip wrap concrete, something like that in there. There's a spot right there. There's a few spots in here. There's actually a half of a steel plate in here right there. It's about half lined with a steel plate, but it just needs to be redone and done right. Whether you use a liner or line it with steel plate or whatever. This is the rust on the truck. This is like the most of the rust is there. It's pretty straight, pretty solid. Frame's in good shape. It needs tires. It's knee deep in rubber, but it's old. The ones on the back are recaps, and they're starting to dry rot. Front tires have a little rubber on them, but they're all. I drove it here 500 something miles from West Virginia like that, but I wouldn't advise anybody else to do that. It's a West Virginia thing. It has dual tanks, but passenger side is the only one connected. They told me up there that if it left both tanks connected, it would siphon from one to the other, and I don't know, something. If I remember right, all the lights on the front work, but the lights on the back need some work. I think it needs a flasher, if I remember. Needs a new turn signal flasher. Interior is not terrible, not great. I've got all kind of stuff in there and tore apart while I'm working on it. The PTO needs work. The PTO engages. You can hear, I guess the teeth are ground off on the PTO, something. The motor, the engine, excuse me, fires up with minimal effort. I mean, just right up. This engine, I have no way to prove it, but this engine came out of a fire truck. I mean, I guess I could go through some hoops and figure out a way to get pictures of the truck it came out of, but this engine came out of a fire truck with about 20,000 miles on it. I want to say it had like 22,000 miles, and it is a Detroit diesel 8V92 two-stroke. Let's see if I can get this hood up one-handed. Okay. Mechanically, the only problem, the engine's perfectly sound. The transmission runs and goes, and it's a old 13-speed Road Ranger with a low gear reduction, and it runs just fine in direct. Doesn't shift to low or overdrive. Again, I drove it 550 some odd miles here from West Virginia. These are your starter button. The batteries I bought brand new when I bought the truck over a year ago. They may be weak. Somebody got in here, turned the key on, left it on, and I had to charge them from completely dead. So let's see how this goes. Keep in mind, I haven't started this truck in over 3 weeks. I parked it here about 3 weeks ago. Dead ass cold, dead cold. Got an old lube refiner on it. Purrs like an absolute sewing machine. Has weed burners on it. I do have the tires and wheels for the drop axle. They're in the bed. Like I said, I bought these batteries here brand new, just not even 2 years ago, from the Freightliner dealership in Greensboro, North Carolina. It does have a chuck for the air. Good old truck, just needs some work. I'd even thought about maybe taking the bed off of it and just making a road tractor out of it. Put a fifth wheel plate on it, pull logs or dump trailer, or you know, something like that. Truck has loads of power. Got a beam suspension on it. All the springs are good. There's been It's been taken care of. The bushings have been replaced at some point in time. It's not all wore out. Some of them, I think I even noticed some brand new bushings on it when I got it. I'm not gonna crawl under there right now. But anyway, this is just a walk around for the Craigslist ad I'm gonna put up. I do have another windshield. The windshield is busted, but I have another windshield to replace it. I just haven't done it yet. The windshield will go with the truck. I tinted the driver's side window and haven't gotten around the passenger side window yet, but the tint is in the truck. Basically, it's something I bought that I was going to use and ended up going another route. I'm going to sell this so I can get my record business up and going. Hopefully it'll go to a good home. Oh yeah, the tailgate. When I got home, the tailgate stopped working. It worked when I first bought it, drove it home, and then it quit working. I believe the air cylinder needs to be replaced, but I'm not sure. Anyway, that's it. If you're interested, I'm asking $8,500, somewhat negotiable. I'm definitely interested in trades. Like I said, I'm starting to try to get my towing business off the ground, so a rollback or a wrecker or Harley Davidson motorcycle. I really like Springer Softails. Old skid steer loader or backhoe or dozer or anything like that would be fine. You know, you never know. You know, real estate. You got a little piece of property somewhere. It ain't doing nothing. It's just a little odd piece of property sitting somewhere. Never know. I might be willing to hold on to it for a little while. Just try me. All right. One more walk around. Try to get the whole truck in there. Pintle hook. Very sturdy truck. I mean, you can tell by the way the pintle hook was designed. Hopefully you can see it. I wouldn't be afraid to put a backhoe or dozer or anything on this truck and pull it. Drop axle works. We took the tires off and chained it up for the ride home. I want to say, I don't think any of the airbags were leaking. I can't remember why we did that. I want to say it's because it was dragging the ground up on the hills up there when we were going over hills and stuff with it. But either way, I took the tires off of it and chained it up, so I wouldn't have a problem with it. Cab is in excellent shape. Hood's in excellent shape. Hood's had a repair. Let's see if I can find where it was. Hood's had a repair right here. Other than that, I put a brand new air filter in it when I got it a year and a half or whatever it was ago. So I've only drove it like 550 miles. I drove it here to the house, and that's where it's been ever since. All right, if you're interested in it, great. Get in touch. If not, then I hope you were entertained by the video.